Further, how is it produced? Now the question comes, how is sound produced? Just look at these animations over here. I'm going to show you 3-4 animations and try to analyze what does these animations show you. Okay, just see. Again, the moment the stick hits this utensil, a sound is produced. What's happening over there? You can see some lines on the utensils. Okay, you just have a look. That shows vibration of the utensil. The moment you hit it, the metallic layer, it starts vibrating, and that produces sound. Okay, one more animation. Let's see here. You can do it yourself. You can have any rectangular block. It can be a wood or even a geometry box. Okay, and put 2 rubber bands, elastic rubber bands on one end each, with the help of a pencil so that they are above the sheet. Okay, and then just plug it. Plug it means you try to vibrate it and then see what happens. Look here, what happens? Producing sound. What's happening over here? Again the same thing. Vibration. The vibration in the rubber band creates the sound. Okay, one more animation. Let's have a look. This one. Have you seen this? On the street vendors, they are playing this. It is called iktara. Okay, now see what happens here. Nice tune. Look at it closely. This wire, it's vibrating. Okay, this wire over here, it vibrates. That vibrates and produces the sound. Okay, one more. Let's have a look over here. In this, you can try it home also. You can see that. Take a plate of water. Take a plate of water. Fill some water in it and strike it with a spoon at the edge. What happens? The moment you hit it, you will find ripples forming in the water from outside to inwards. These ripples are formed. Why are the ripples formed? The moment you hit the plate, sound is produced. How is the sound produced? Vibration of that plate. Due to that vibration, ripples are created in the water. So this is what happens over here. So this suggests, or I can say this proves, the sound is produced by vibration. The moment you hit the plate, vibration is created and that produces sound. How do I know vibration is created? You can see the water vibrating. There are ripples formed in the water due to vibration. So these activities shows you, or I can say proves you, that sound is produced by vibration. Okay, you can do this thing also. You can play this system, we call it Jal Tarang. Okay, you can take 3-4 glasses, more than that also 5-6 glasses, fill them with water at different level and try to slightly hit them with the spoon. Okay, what happens over here? Just see. If you hit with the spoon, sound is created. Different sound by different glasses because they are filled with different amount of water. Again over here, the vibrations produces sound in this activity also. Okay, one more activity, you can try at home. Here this girl is using 2 thin sheets of plastic. You can say 2 thin sheets of plastic, keep them together and try to blow between the sheets. And here also this boy, you can do this thing, take a paper, fold it, make a hole on one side and try to blow through the paper. What happens? Again, in this also, if you blow through it, sound is created. Again, that is due to vibration. Vibration of the air between the paper, between the sheets, it produces sound. Okay, so looking at all this, what was common in all the activities, all the animations that you have seen over here, what was common in all? What do you conclude? That sound is produced by vibrating bodies. So we need vibration to produce sound. In our body also, I am producing sound. How is it? We also have the same phenomena, vibrations. From where? From here. This is called Adam's apple. Generally we call it. There is a voice box fitted inside, just above the trachea. trachea, or you can say the windpipe in our body. Above that there is a voice box which contains of two thin cords which is called as vocal cords. So sound is produced by vibrating bodies. It is needed. Okay. One more thing we can do over here. Let's do an activity. Okay. Let's have an activity over here. You can see there are different musical instruments over here. Okay. They all produce sound by vibrations. What is the thing that is vibrating in them? What is the thing that is vibrating in them? Let's have a look first of all. Let's see these musical instruments. Okay. And then you decide what is there. Okay. You can see over here there is a musical device. We call it Veena. Lord Saraswati goddess. You can see with her this device and this musical instrument. This flute, harmonium, guitar, and then of course the bhangra dhol, okay, and violin, the soothing noise. I can say the soothing music, not soothing noise. It is soothing music. Now you have seen these devices. What is it that produces sound in these devices? Let's see one by one. First of all, it was Veena. In the Veena you can see the strings over there. So what produces sound in a Veena? The stretched string. It produces sound. That is the vibration in the string over there. Okay. If you talk tabla, there is a membrane over there on the top on which we play our fingers. So the membrane produces sound, the stretched membrane. In the flute, the air vibrates. The vibration of the air produces sound in a flute. If you talk about harmonium, there are metallic plates. We call it metallic reeds. So that these vibrate to produce sound in a harmonium. Further, in a guitar, very common, the strings, the metallic strings you can see over there. There are 6 or 7 strings. They vibrate to produce sound. In a drum, the membrane, it produces sound. If you talk about violin, the strings. So these are the vibrating parts of the musical instrument that produces sound. And overall, I can say when these parts vibrate, the whole musical instrument vibrates and the noise is loud. It's not only the string. Once the string starts vibrating in a guitar, the complete body of the guitar also starts vibrating, and that produces loud sound. Okay. So this was about the activity in which we came to know what are the parts of a musical instrument which vibrates to produce sound. So now what did we study till now? How sound is produced, how sound travels. Now how do we hear? How do we receive sound? How do we analyze sound? How do we come to know, okay, there is some kind of energy reaching my ears. So we have this device, ear, the human organ which helps you to hear. Okay, that is our ear. Okay, so we have the sense organs. So this is called as auditory sensory organ. Auditory means something related to noise, sound, you can say. So how do we hear? We hear with the help of our ears. We have 2 of them. Now if you talk about the structure of the ear, in short form, I can give you this structure over here. This is the general structure of a human ear. This is the part, external part, the outer part of the ear, which is called as pinna. Pinna is the external part which you can see. So our ear is divided into 3 parts, the outer, the middle, the inner. It's not given over here, but I'm just giving you the outer ear, the middle part and the inner part. The outer part which you can see is pinna, which receives the energy. All the sound energy comes to our ear from this. So this is the part of the ear which receives the energy. Okay, the energy from here moves forward and strikes a membrane over here. This membrane is called as eardrum. We have a membrane inside. That is why, and it is very delicate. That is why you are told, you are advised never to put something pointed or anything in the ear. It can harm it. So don't even dare to try this thing. Okay. So there is a delicate membrane which is called as eardrum. So the sound energy, the vibration reaches the eardrum and knocks the eardrum. Knock, 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 knock. Actually, it vibrates the eardrum. when the vibration of the eardrums are there, then there are three small bones over there. That is the inner middle part of the ear. There are three small bones called as malleus, incus and staples. Okay. Here. So these bones over here, they amplify the vibration. They amplify the vibration, and that vibration reaches to an organ called as cochlea. This cochlea is a 2.5 turns twisted tube type thing which contains liquid, and there are sensory organs also there, hair type structure, which receives that vibration. So these vibrations vibrate the liquid over there, and the vibrations of the liquid are received by those sensory hair type structures which pass on the message to the auditory nerves, and that take the message to the brain, and the brain analyzes the sound and says, okay, this is this type of sound, this sound relates to this thing, whatever, from a memory. Okay. So this is the part of the ear which helps part of the ear. Okay, different parts of the ear, and they completely work for you to help in hearing. Okay, the basic working of an ear, how does the ear works? So we have over here, step by step, I can say over here, pinna. As I told you, the pinna collects sound waves from the surroundings and sends them to the eardrum through the ear canal. Okay, I am coming back to the picture. This tube over here, this is ear canal. Okay, from the pinna to ear tube, that is called ear canal. Okay, then when the sound falls on the eardrum starts vibrating. The three bones, stamel, hammer, anvil and stirrup, receives the vibrations from the eardrum and amplify them. Amplify them means they increase the vibrations, and that vibration is received by cochlea, which receives the amplified vibration from the three bones, and the sensitive hair cells present in the cochlea convert them into nerve impulse, which is sent to the brain through the auditory nerve, and the brain receives that signals and then analyzes it. Okay, and this is how we come to know what the sound is, what kind of sound it is, what is the source of the sound. The function of the ear, simply receive the energy, send to brain. It is the function of the brain to analyze that sound. Okay, so these are the basic steps which helps in hearing. Okay, so this was all about human ear, the listener, I can say the destination, how it works. Okay, so how do the ear works? It's quite clear now. Further, there are some things, there are some topics which you must have studied in the previous class also. Vibration over here, I told you the particles vibrate. Now vibration is called as oscillatory motion also. Okay, you must have studied in the previous class oscillatory motion. So oscillatory, what is oscillatory? To and fro motion. So it's here, the to and fro motion of a body is called as oscillatory body, or oscillatory motion, or vibratory motion also you can say, to and fro. Okay, when a particle vibrates, the center point is called as mean position, and when it starts vibrating, the maximum distance it goes is called as its amplitude, from the midpoint to the extreme point, that is called as amplitude. If it vibrates up and down, then from the middle point, how much up it goes, maximum distance, that is called as amplitude, or the down also you can say, how much down it goes, maximum, that is called the amplitude. Okay, so when a particle vibrates, the maximum distance from the mean position is called as its amplitude, and number of vibrations per second is called frequency. We have studied all these things, just a recap. And the time taken for one complete oscillation starts from the mean point, goes up, comes down, then again comes to the mean position. This is one vibration. Or horizontally I can say the mean position goes to extreme, comes back, goes this side, comes back. One complete oscillation. The time taken for this is called time period of oscillation. Okay, so these are certain terms we use in oscillatory motion. It is just a recap of the previous class. Okay, because sound energy makes the particle to vibrate. So the vibration of the particle, how much it vibrates. If I say larger the amplitude, means larger the vibration, smaller the amplitude, smaller the vibration, more the frequency means more speed, it's taking more number of oscillations per second, if I am talking about frequency. Okay, so we are using these terms further, so I gave a recap of these things. Okay, so now Sound has certain characteristics. Sound, we talk about loudness, a loud sound, a soft sound. So sound has loudness also. How loud is a sound? How do we come to know? So loudness of the sound depends upon the vibrations in the particles. If the particles are vibrating larger, if the vibration is larger, the sound is louder. So I can say the loudness of the sound depends upon the amplitude of vibration. More the amplitude means from the mean position it covers larger distance, then the sound is loud. If you are producing noise by a drum, if you hit it hard, loud noise. If you hit it softly, it is a very soft sound produced over here. Why? Because when you hit it hard, the vibration is more, the amplitude is more, okay? It will vibrate to a larger distance. So it is a loud sound over there. So the loudness of a sound depends upon the amplitude of vibration. Larger the amplitude, louder the sound. So I can say loudness of the sound is directly proportional to the square of the amplitude. We have this formula. Loudness depends upon amplitude and square times. It means that if you double the amplitude, the loudness increases 4 times. If you triple the amplitude, loudness becomes 9 times. Square of 3 times, that is 9. Okay, mathematics a little bit. So loudness depends upon the amplitude, okay, and how squared. Square times of amplitude. The loudness is measured in a unit called as decibel. We denote by dB. The loudness of a sound, we use a unit. We have certain units. Length, we measure in meter, kilometer. So we have units. Here also, the loudness of a sound is measured in decibel. You can see a graph over here, the vibration. Small vibrations, larger vibrations. So which one is louder? Oh, it's written over there. But from the graph I can compare. This one has a vibration, this amplitude is more as compared to this. So this sound is louder as compared to this one. This is a soft sound, this is loud. Okay. So if you hear a loud sound, it means the vibration has a larger amplitude. Okay. This is again an animation to prove over here loudness. It depends upon the vibration. I have a ball over here. This white ball is a thermocol ball. Hang it with a thread and it is just touching this glass. With a spoon, you hit the glass gently. The glass starts vibrating because it is producing sound. You will hear a sound, a gentle sound. The thermocol ball will also vibrate. But if you hit the glass with a great strength, a loud sound will be heard and the thermocol ball will vibrate with a larger amplitude. It shows that the vibration is more. You can see this animation over here. What is happening? The difference. Louder the sound, more the amplitude. So what does this prove you? That if the sound has a louder intensity, it means the vibration is having a larger amplitude. Okay. Moving further. So loudness is measured in decibels. Normal breathing also produces sound. That is not normal. Normal breathing. That produces a sound of 10 decibels. Soft whisper, if you are talking in your class, slowly, softly, and whispering to each other, that also produces a sound of 30 decibels. Normal conversation, you are talking to your friend, simply sitting at coffee table and talking to each other, that has a sound of 60 decibels. A busy traffic on the road, that has a sound of 70 decibel. Average factory, 80 decibel. Now the moment 60 decibel is crossed, above 60 or 70 I can say, the sound becomes irritating. Okay, it creates certain problems also. Okay, you must have known, if you are standing near a busy traffic, the sound irritates you. You are standing near a factory, the sound from the factory also irritates you. Okay, the sounds which are having loudness above 65 decibel or you can say 70 decibel, that is irritating. Okay, so now moving further, that was about loudness. I also call it as intensity of sound. Loudness is also called intensity. We'll talk it later in higher classes. At present, loudness. Okay, one more thing, shrillness. It is also a characteristic of sound. Shrillness or pitch of sound. How thin and sharp. How sharp is the voice? How sharp is the sound? That is called shrillness of a sound. It depends upon the frequency of sound. More the frequency, more the shrillness. I can say more the pitch. Less the frequency, less the pitch. You can see these two graphs over here. You can see the graph over here. This is vibrating over here. The same amplitude, loudness is same. You can see that height. It is same. But you can see for the same distance, here there are more number of waves. Here there are less number of waves for the same distance. So this has less frequency. This has more vibrations, means more frequency. So you can say this source will have a noise of high pitch. It will produce a sound of high pitch, and this will be a low pitch. Generally around you, high pitch sound, a female voice is a high pitch. A child, if a child screams, what happens to ear? It's pinching to the ears, okay? It's not so loud, or you can say, but still it pinches. The scream, it's a so shrill voice, so that is high pitched, okay? So a child, you can say, or a female voice is more shrill as compared to male voice, okay? Moving further, coming to this topic, we produce sound. How? How does a human or me or you produce sound? There is a device in our body also. There is an organ. Human devices are called organs. So there is a part in a body over here in the neck. You can see over here, just below your chin, over here you can see, you can feel this thing when you swallow something. You can see this moving up and down. Okay, so this part is called as Adam's apple, or it is also called as voice box. Inside this, there are two vocal cords. You can see these two muscular flaps type thing. These are called vocal cords, which vibrate to produce sound. It is closed, it is open. So when it's open, it vibrates and produces sound. Okay, so this in humans, sound is produced by the vocal cords. Those are present in the larynx. It is the upper end of the trachea, or also you can call windpipe, the windpipe through which we breathe. So it is on the upper part of the windpipe. It is located. Okay, so it has two vocal cords. Okay, the vocal cords in male is longer than female. Female vocal cords are a little bit shorter. So what happens due to this? Their voice is little thin. Female voice is sharp, a little bit sharp. Okay, thin or sharp you can say than male. Okay, so this is the organ which is there in a body which produces sound, and the shape of the sound A, R, E, A, B, C, that is what we do with the help of our lips, tongue and teeth. Okay, different types of sound we produce. Okay, by the way, all humans have the same phenomena to produce sound. Okay, so here also what did you find? Vibrating. Vibration of these vocal cords produces sound. Okay, so overall vibrating bodies produces sound. Now sound is produced. How does it travel? How does a sound goes from one point to another point? So sound needs a medium. It needs something to travel. It can't go on its own. It will never go on its own. It needs a medium to travel. The medium through which the sound travel, it can be solid, it can be liquid also, it can be gas, or I can say air. At present, when we hear something, this is air. Normally, this is the air between me and you, which is making us hear the sound. From me, if I am talking to someone, that person is hearing my voice because it is traveling through air to that person. So sound needs a medium to travel. Without medium, sound cannot travel from one place to another place. You must have seen somewhere on a Discovery Channel or a Geographic Channel, astronomers were talking to each other. They talk with the help of a radio. When they go to moon or when they go to space where there is no air, they can't talk to each other simply. They need a radio system to talk to each other. Okay, because sound cannot travel from one to another without any medium. So it needs a medium, and the medium can be solid, liquid or gas. Now how does it happen? There is a source which produces sound, and sound is an energy which is produced by vibration. Now that energy is transferred to the particles of the medium. You must have studied somewhere states of matter. Every matter is made up of particles. So air is made up of particles, solid is made up of particles, liquid is made up of particles. So when the energy from the source transfers to the particle starts vibrating. So this particle transfers the energy to the next particle, then to the next particle, then to the next particle, and so the energy goes on traveling from one to another till the destination, wherever, or I can say till the receiver of the sound. If I am a receiver, the sound is traveling, but due to the vibration it comes to my ear and then I can hear it. So as the sound is produced by vibrating body, the vibrations are transferred to the particles of the medium, which transfer the vibrations further, one particle to another particle, and so on. The particle starts vibrating. Okay, I can give you a simple illustration about it. Okay, you can say this: a loudspeaker which is producing sound. Let's take, these are the particles of the air. I can say air is a medium. Take any medium, you can take air, I say water. So if I am taking water, let these be the particles of the water, or if I am taking air, let these be the particles of the air, and that is the listener. Okay, so when this produces sound, how does it produce sound? Let's see, by vibration, and these particles starts vibrating. So the energy is being transferred from the source to destination. Okay, once again you can see, and I can show you by this way. This is a wave illustration about it. We generally we represent it like this, because we say sound is a wave which travel. So we are showing it with a wave also, that energy is being traveling from one point to another point. So I need a medium. Without a medium, the energy cannot be transferred from here to here. Which energy? Sound energy. Remember, I'm not talking about all energies. There are some energy which do not need a medium, for example light, but sound needs a medium. Okay, so this is how it propagates. Propagates means it is moving. So it propagates from one point to another point through a medium. If the medium is not there, the sound is not going to travel from the source to the listener. Remember this thing. If there is no medium, sound will not travel. Okay, a few more examples are given over here. You can have a look on those few more examples. One of the most common example is given to you over here. There is a bell jar, a glass jar. We have kept it inverted, and there is a mobile phone kept over here on a table. First of all, when you place the mobile over here, you should put it on a cushion type thing, so that the vibrations may not affect the table. Okay, so now, and this is connected to a vacuum pump. Vacuum pump is the pump which takes away the air. It sucks up the air total from this container. So at present the vacuum pump is closed. It means there is some air in it, and the moment if I give a call on this phone, it will start ringing and you can hear the sound, because there is air inside. The moment you switch on the vacuum pump, it will suck out all the air from here. Once the air is taken out, there is a vacuum created. Now you give a ring, but you can't hear. You will not be able to hear. What does this proves you? That there is a need of medium. A medium is required for the sound to travel. Here there was a medium. Which medium? There was air over here, but here there is no air, there is no medium. Okay, so a sound needs a medium to travel. Okay, so this is over here. We were talking about gas or air. Some other mediums also. Medium can be liquid also, medium can be solid also. One more example for solid. Sound travels through solid. Most of you must have played this game, this simple toy telephone in childhood we make. You can take two thermocol cups, or paper cups you can take, make some hole at the bottom of the cup, and with the help of a matchstick or small stick inside, tie it with a rope and pass it through the cup, and then connect both the cups with a thread. Then ask one of your friend to hold one of the cup. You hold one of the cup and keep the thread straight, touted. Tell him to move away till the thread becomes perfectly straight, and then you put one of the cup at your ear and tell him to speak on the other end. You can hear. Magic? No. The sound that was produced by your friend, it traveled through the thread and reached your ear. Okay, so here also we can say that sound needs a medium to travel. It was a solid through which the sound was traveling over here. Okay, you can try this at home with your little sister, brother, anyone. You can try at home this activity. Okay, some more examples. You can say this. There are two friends over here. One has put his ears on the desk and the other person, the other friend, is knocking the desk. You can see. You can try at home also. If you knock the desk, you can hear the sound in the desk. Slight knocking also, a slight sound also, you can hear it clearly. The sound is traveling through the wooden material or whatever the table is made up of. So here you can say this. Whatever the sound is being produced, it is being heard by his friend. So sound is traveling through this wooden plank over here. So sound travels in solid also. Some more examples I can have here. It's liquid. Take a bell, immerse it in liquid and put your ear just above the liquid. Don't immerse your ear also, okay? The water will enter your ear. So keep your ear just above the water and shake the bell inside the water. You can still hear the ringing of the bell. So what does this indicate? The sound traveled through water. So water is the medium now and liquid. So sound travels in liquid also. Liquid becomes the medium. Okay, you can hear this ringing also. So you can hear the ringing of the bell in this. Okay, some more activity you can see. You can see at home. Other activities also you can do. Try a few of them from your innovation. Okay, so sound needs a medium to travel.